to some Sylvan Hills baseball. Today's matchup is going to be between the Sylvan Hills Bears and the Little Rock Christian Warriors. It should be a pretty good matchup. Talk about some conference play out here on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Winds cranking, sun's out, and I'm excited to be here.
Oh yeah, guns out here. You know, guys are so worked up. I was actually down in the Sylvan Hills dugout pregame here, just kind of shooting the bull, and one of the guys yakking up down there. I'm not gonna like necessarily reveal who it was, but woo, tension's high here as you mentioned. A big conference matchup this afternoon.
No, I'm excited. It's going to be my first baseball game of the season that I get to call, and I know there's a lot of matchups that both these teams are looking forward to later on in the season as well. These are two pretty highly touted clubs in a pretty tough division. So it should be a pretty good matchup that we have going here today.
Absolutely, should be a fun one here. Fun fact here of the day: Little Rock Christian Warriors. Let's just go through the coaches here. Assistant coaches Jim Anderson, Dylan Drabble, Ryan Smith. Head coach Brandon Eller. Coach Eller, actually an alum of Sylvan Hills High School, so a little bit of a homecoming here for him. So that's always fun when you get to see the band get back together, albeit in the away dugout. But nonetheless, a lot of fond memories of Coach Eller here. I actually watched him a little bit when he was coming up here. Great ball player, played up at Arkansas State for 4 years, or maybe it was 5 years, and guy knows what he's doing. Really excited to see what he can do with the Little Rock Christian Warriors, except for maybe a couple games today.
No, I'm excited to watch that as well. You know, we're just coming off. What was it? I'm pretty sure. Was it last week? Was spring break correct, or was that 2 weeks ago?
No, that was last week. Yeah. So guys have had some rest. I know Sylvan Hills went to go play in a tournament down at the beach. So you know, if you're going to spring break, that's how you do it right there.
That's definitely the way to do it. I know this is Coach James', I believe, third season as head coach for the Sylvan Hills Bears, and I know he was the assistant under former head coach, now athletic director. So Coach Tipton, right?
Yep.
And so I know he's still looking to kind of cement his place as head coach. You know, he's had some pretty good seasons, and I know he's got a pretty stacked lineup this year. So I'm really excited to see what he can get done this season.
Yeah, it's been a little slow going for the Bears here, sitting at 7-8 overall, 3-1 though in conference. So it might be one of those things where we're kind of playing with some lineups, maybe throwing some guys out there a little bit that may not get some normal run in the more important games. Because really, when it comes down to it, it's all about conference play. And speaking of conference play, just running through the standings here real quick. Maumelle and Little Rock Christian both leading the way currently, both sitting at 4-0. BB and Sylvan Hills in second place. They're both sitting at 3-1. And then rounding out the bottom half of things, Jacksonville at 2-2. And then Bologna, Eastham, and Parkview all sitting at 0-4. So right now, that top four looking pretty solid. Jacksonville still kind of hanging around. But again, it's very early on in this one. Again, only 4 games played for a lot of these teams. So still plenty of season to go, and especially, too, with Bologna, Eastham, and Parkview maybe struggling a little bit this year. That'll be those times for really all the top 5 here to maybe try to steal some wins and you know, maintain that positioning here. But whenever you get these top 5 matchups, they're huge.
Absolutely. I know the top 5 matchups can really be an impact on your season going forward. If you sometimes all it takes is a win, just one win, and all of a sudden it can spark something in your team, and you can get on a roll. I've seen it happen at every single level there is in baseball. So, you know, this could be the sparking moment for the Bears tonight or to the next day. Who knows? But I'm just excited to see what they do here tonight.
Absolutely. It's a bit of a windy day, too. Wind blowing in from basically center field, maybe right center here. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays into the offensive part of this game. Both these teams can knock the ball around, so it will be fun to watch this one. Sylvan Hills, though, they've got some solid pitching on their side of things here, and I've got some fun facts for you as we kind of go through the broadcast here tonight. But it should be fun to watch this one again. 2 really good teams Sylvan Hills, at least when it comes to the wins and loss column, not quite as strong looking. Overall, 7-8, whereas Little Rock Christian Academy sitting at 12-1 overall. But don't let that fool you. This Sylvan Hills team, they've got some arms, they've got some talent, and this one ought to be fun as we go through the evening. And teams going through the starting lineups here. We'll give you the starting lineups here for the home team. We'll kind of go 1 through 9 for you here. 00, Jaden Sloan leading things off. He'll be out in center field. Number 11, Alex Davis takes the bump, batting second. Number 1, Landon Carter out there at the shortstop position. Number 24, Everett Bird will be at the hot corner. Number 9, Lewis Meta out there in right field. Number 2, Caleb Harrison at second base. Andrew Preston, he's number 17. He'll be behind the dish tonight. And Lewis Gabriel, number 22, is the DH. And with him, kind of paired up with him, is Jack Inman. He'll be out there in center field. And then rounding out the batting lineup for the Bears tonight, number 14, Jacob Hooper over there at first base. Going through Little Rock Christian, number 9, Cade Bowman will be out in left field. Number 15, Jackson Kirscher out there in right field. Center field. Number 10, Tate Collins gets the nod for the Warriors in Game 1. Number 27, Dominic Cicero will be in right field. Number 23, Carson Stoll at second base. Harrison Engskov, it's a little different one right there. Number 25, he will be at first base. Number 12, Hayden Hall will be the DH. Number 13, Pete Greenwood at second base. And rounding it out, number 2, Connor Smith out in left field. Will Crisp will be paired up with Hayden Hall, and he will be catching. We'll pause here for the national anthem.
Play ball, as they'd say.
That's it.
So, you were talking about that wind coming in. The wind it's pretty kicking out there. If you look over there at that flag, I mean, it's about standing straight up. You were talking about how it affects the game offensively, but I've always been curious. I wonder if there's a good wind going, you got to think it does something to a pitcher up there on the mound, right? It maybe affects a pitch a certain way. Maybe you want to stick to a certain pitch just the way the wind might be catching it. If that's even a thing, I'm not really sure.
Well, it might affect you kind of maybe situationally more than anything. I know a lot of times you don't want to miss high, but on a day like this, may not be the worst thing ever in the world. Wind's kind of shifted now a little more right to left from where we're at, so coming in from right field, blowing out to left. So now you got a little bit more of a crosswind rather than a coming in wind. So ball might not just kind of die out in the wind there in the outfield, but if you do get a hold of one, get up in that jet stream, watch out there. Left fielders, they better be on the horses tonight.
This is my second year coming out to this park to call some baseball, and Mike Bromley Field is always very impressive. I've always been, since I came here last year, I was very impressed with the facilities they have out here for the baseball and softball teams. It's really, really beautiful out here, and the baseball park for sure is just something to look at.
Much better than what it used to be. I know the tornado just a few years ago kind of wrecked this thing, but it's one of those things where it kind of worked out for everybody out here as they took the opportunity to kind of turn the field around at that point. The old field actually used to face due west, so there was always that point of the day, and it was usually right about now-ish where you'd have to have a sun delay because the batter is looking dead into the sun. And usually you kind of see the trees out there in left field that used to be center field. So, a little hard to hit. And thankfully, we kind of made something out of nothing here.
I always find it really interesting watching Razorback baseball games when it's that certain time of day and the shade is about halfway between the pitcher and the batter. So, I mean, you could be
that's brutal.
You could be watching a ball coming at you, and then all of a sudden, right when it moves in the shade, it could be dropping, and you don't even realize it. Just the transition there's got to be something hard to deal with.
Yeah, it just disappears out of your eyesight there.
Uh-huh. I think he took his foot off the bag.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bang-bang play there, Cade Bowman. Not sure how you'd score that one, but that was it looked like it went off of Davis's glove right there to the shortstop, and Landon Carter couldn't quite get the throw there in time. We got a leadoff single here for the Warriors.
That one's a little low and inside.
Should note here for Alex Davis, he's actually a South Arkansas commit. I was talking to Coach James beforehand here. He should, now they're having to double check some things on when it comes to stats, but he should be the all-time leader in innings pitched for the Bears once it's all said and done. He's actually been on the varsity team playing pretty regularly since he was a freshman. As Kircher gets a hold of one there. Nice drive out to left field.
That's actually our producer's alma mater, Southern Arkansas University.
For the Warriors, pitcher number 10, Tate Collins.
Tate Collins up now for the Warriors. We'll see if he can kind of help his own cause. Davis pitched himself into an early jam here. 2 on, no outs. Hasn't quite found the rhythm yet. Davis has quite a bit of an arsenal. He's got a fastball, changeup, a slider. He'll sneak a curve and a two-seamer in there from time to time. But really the name of the game right now is strikes.
He got that one in there pretty nice. Just squeezed it on the just caught the outside of the plate there. Kind of left the batter a little confused. I don't think he thought it was going to catch the plate.
Slider got some nasty bite to it, so I will be interested to see against some of these right-handed batters if he doesn't maybe try to backdoor it.
That looked like a breaking ball that was going to catch the upper part of the zone, and it gets fouled off.
Yeah, the thing Davis really needs right now, I would just start pounding the zone, lower part of the zone, maybe get something with a little bite in there, sneak that curveball in there, get him to hit something on the ground. Whew. But what do I know, right? When he just, pumps one right past him there, gets the swinging K for the first out here. So Tate Collins goes down. Can't quite help his own cause as he leaves a man in scoring position. So now if you're the Bears, what you really need is a nice solid ground ball, turn 2 to get out of this one.
That's definitely what you're looking for, and I'm sure that's what's being communicated to the catcher and the pitcher both to try to throw something that'll result in a ground ball. Oh, and he's going to squeeze it right in between the shortstop and the third baseman. And that's going to bring a runner home. And, they're going to catch the man at second, though. So they catch the man rounding second, and a runner crosses the plate to give the Warriors a one-run lead. With now there's 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Now batting for the Warriors, the third baseman, number 20.
So that was Dominic Cicero getting, well, not necessarily picked off, but kind of caught out there in no man's land. Great defensive play there by the Bears. Good piece of hitting there, too. Just found the open hole there on the left side. It's exactly where you want it. Warriors maybe getting a little too aggressive right there. Works out for the Bears. So they got 2 outs in this one. But Davis behind on a quick 2-0 count. Figured he's got to serve something up here. If I'm a batter, I'm probably sitting dead red right now.
I thought that one was just a hair low, but
A little delayed call there, but works out in the favor of the Bears.
so it counts 3-1. Runner on first. Let's see if he can throw a strike here. He does, and it's going to get out to right field, and it's going to drop.
Now batting for the Warriors, first baseman, number 25, Harrison Ingsgold.
I think that wind helped that ball drop right in front of the right fielder there, as it kind of looked like it was going towards the right fielder, and it just died and went straight down, and almost that's what it looked like.
Oh, yeah, kind of as we were talking there in pregame, that right to left wind could be a little tricky for both those corner spots. Well, heck, even center field, too. Not a light wind, might I add. That flag is steady blowing out there in left center. So, again, one of those things just to monitor as the day goes on. Slider coming in a little high to Angskov.
Ooh. Runners advance as they tried to catch him there at third, and just couldn't get there in time as both runners get to base safely. But the count is 1-2. That one's going to be fouled off towards the Sylvan Hills dugout. That could have hit somebody. That was going pretty fast there.
Hats are flying, too. Davis losing the lid there. So, again, the wind is going to be a factor in this one. We'll kind of see how much of a factor it is.
Held up there and held up on a swing, so now the count goes to 2-2. That one's going to be fouled off. That one was a low and inside, and he caught it and it went straight towards the Warriors dugout.
Yeah, a little bit of a defensive swing there by Angskov. But he lives to fight on.
That one's up. Let's see if they can get under it. And he does. Makes the play in left field as his hat comes off after he makes the catch. That wind is blowing. It's really blowing hard right now. It looks like it just kicked up another 5 miles. But that's going to be the end of the top. That's going to be take us to the bottom half of the first. The score is 1-0 Warriors. And welcome back here. We're at the bottom of the first, and the Bears are already down 1 run here as they're about to take their first swing at the plate, and I'm going to see how that maybe affects some of the swinging. You know, you don't like to see any kind of hero ball, but I know sometimes when you're playing at with a deficit, that can kind of work its way into some of the batter's minds sometimes.
Well, you figure that wouldn't be much of an issue right now, considering it's only the first inning. Get
Right.
your first crack at it. Like to see the Bears be a little patient at the plate here. You know, the four hits maybe get you a little rattled a little bit, but
you know, the name of the game, try to get that pitch count up, and sooner or later the pitcher will make a mistake, and you just got to be ready when you get that pitch.
Leading off for the Bears, here's the 5.5 first inning. Center fielder, 0-0. Jader.
whew,
I don't know what that one, but
that looked like heat right there on the outside corner. At least you won't hear me complaining too much about that one. I've seen worse. So Collins out there maybe testing the limits a little bit on how far he can get away with one here early on against Jaden Sloan. Leadoff hitter here for the Bears, the center fielder.
if he's still testing, that was a tough test right there.
That one maybe a slider he kind of lost the grip on just a smidge. But the good gas comeback there brings count 2 apiece for Sloan.
Whew. If Will would have been looking forward, he would have jumped right there. It was heading right for him.
I'm in a building. I'm okay.
And that one's going to bring the count full as it's too far inside.
Sloan working the pitch count early. You mentioned it going into this inning, trying to get that pitch count up. Already up to the 7th pitch in this at-bat.
Gets a
And
piece
that's a
of it.
shot. It's tailing. Oh,
he
off the
can't make
glove.
catch. I think
Running for 3, he's in.
He's there. What a triple. I think the wind had a big help in that. The center fielder just kept carrying. I didn't know if he was going to stop, and he just kept trying to get under it, and he just couldn't get there. And it turned into a tough catch because the wind was blowing it so far that direction. And
Yeah, absolutely. Great effort there by Kircher. Unfortunately, like you said, I think the wind plus that ball was kind of tailing right to left already as it was. Gets the leadoff triple there. Bears in business after the leadoff hitter. So Alex Davis, he's on the mound looking to help his own cause here.
I think if you're Coach James, you're pretty happy with a leadoff triple to start the ball game.
I don't know too many coaches who are going to complain too much about that. We'll see if he tests the arm here.
I didn't even realize that one was going to left field. I thought that went foul.
Yeah, so Davis unfortunately flies out to the left fielder, and unfortunately for the Bears, not quite deep enough as Connor Smith was coming up fire and throws an absolute dart back in. So discretion the better part of valor there for Sloan out there on third base. Bears still in business, though, as a longer fly ball will likely score, and
hit by pitch. That's going to put the runners at the corners now with just one out.
Well, look at that for Landon Carter. That one looked like an off-speed pitch, so you won't have to ice it down too much.
Now batting for the Bears, the third baseman, number 24, Everett Bird.
I like that little walk up song right there.
I respect.
That's a good choice.
I respect the old school Jay-Z choice there by Sloan or by Bird.
Right now, I think he's just got to find that strike zone. I feel like he's might be struggling just a little bit to find the strike zone consistently right now. The catcher ate that one. I thought he was going to let that one fly, but
Nah, that's the old first and third pump fake there. Trying to maybe be a little aggressive out there on the base pass. I like it personally. Just seeing what they'll do in that situation there. We kind of mentioned this in the softball game a couple of weeks ago, where that first and third situation, you always wonder what teams are going to do. Are they just going to waltz on over to second base from a defensive standpoint? Are they going to maybe try to get that out at second base? Maybe sacrifice a run, or are they going to have a play on? I've seen some where, they kind of, and that's a shot into the gap center field.
that should score too. As the first run comes around, second one's coming home, and it does. It scores two and an RBI double, two RBI double, I should say. Well, that was a nice piece of hitting for the Bears.
Absolutely. So Bears in business there. Everett Bird taking advantage of one there, shooting it out there. Yeah, but I was saying, and that's kind of the situation you want to run into, is from a defensive standpoint, do you maybe try to get that out, maybe sacrifice one of the runs, or do they have a play on where either the shortstop or the second baseman are charging on that to where it looks like you're going for that out, but then in reality, you kind of cut it off. Maybe
right.
You get the play at the plate there. Mm-hmm. But also, too, you run into that situation where if you just sort of allow the runner to take second base, if the next guy comes up, puts one out there in the gap, plus it also takes away that double play. So good bit of strategery there by the Bears, and it kind of worked out for him. Bird coming up big in that spot as well.
I saw something the other night that I don't think I've ever seen in a MLB game.
Oh, okay.
The White Sox were I can't recall who they were playing, but they had to take a delay for about 15 minutes because they didn't have a first base coach, and they couldn't play on until they had a first base coach. I'd never seen anything like it.
You figured one of the players would just jump out there. If one of your bench guys
that's what I
jumps out there at the very least.
The guys calling the game were like, anybody can go out there. What are they doing? So somebody go out there.
We're paying that guy for a reason. It's to coach first base.
Maybe he had a hot dog that wasn't sitting well with him or something. I'm not sure.
With MLB guys, you never know. Woo!
That brings the count full, 3-2. That's a tough take right there. It was hard to tell whether that was going to catch the outside of the plate. Unfortunately, it does for the Bears. So full count here. Only one out though. So let's see if maybe you can get at least a pop out.
And he works the walk. He's braver than me. I always like to tell the kids, when you got two strikes, you widen the zone out just a little bit, just protect the plate a little bit more. I was always a little more aggressive as a hitter coming up. That's probably one I would have swung at, but hey, hats off to you. Or wait, actually, they rang him up on that one.
Oh, they did.
Okay. Usually a lot of the times the umpire will give you a more emphatic strike two looking call. Or strike three, excuse me.
I like it more when it's the first one's going to come in for a strike. I like it more when they go turn to the side, and so everyone can see it on the side. He was looking more straightforward when he called them out there, and I think it was a little bit hard to tell.
A little casual for my taste. I'm trying to hurt your grandkids' feelings on a punch-out call like that, especially if you look at one right down the middle. You're going to feel it from me.
I think I'd probably be doing the same.
Caleb Harrison up now. You might notice that he is actually out there at second base right now. He's tall for a second baseman, I will say that. But some fun facts about him. He can actually brings it on the mound as well. I'll be interested to see if he gets the ball in the second half of this doubleheader here tonight. But he has been absolutely dealing. Put him on the blackjack tables as he's had 13 Ks in each of his last 2 appearances. So 26 strikes. The high emphatic ball one.
He did the limbo right there.
I'm telling you. 26 strikeouts in his past 2 appearances. And only a sophomore. So Bears, come out, watch this fella. Heck, he might still grow. Heck, look at him out there. He's already looking 6'3" from where I'm sitting as he works it back even at 2-2. But talking to Coach James, too, before this one, he expects some big-time offers to start coming his way. On the mound, can touch low 90s. So as a sophomore, you're touching low 90s.
That's pretty good.
We're going to come holler at you, young blood. So I'll be interested to see the list of suitors. Oh. Yeah, that's strike 3 there, my guy. Got a little lost in the sauce. So finishing out my thoughts there, he expects some big-time schools to come ringing his doorbell once he's able to speak with colleges. You know, in the college game, they have that rule. You can only start talking to them once you're, kind of into your junior year. So starting in August when he's officially a junior, the big colleges could start talking to him official and all that. But I figured he will not have no shortage of suitors once we get to that point with him.
See, I always thought it had it was something to do with age. I thought if you were older for being a sophomore, they could talk to you. I thought it was something to do with how old you were. I didn't think it had to do with what grade you were in. But I don't know.
The baseball rules get a little weird.
Yeah.
Regardless, yeah. But either way, he probably doesn't have to worry much about his college education other than where am I going to go?
Well, after he dodged that first high ball, he might need to go into acting. He could do the Matrix,
You like to see a limber big baseball player.
Yeah.
And especially, too, with him being as tall as he is, and he's a pretty thick fellow here as well, playing second base, so obviously that is a nimble position. So it's not like he's just a big lumbering dude just playing first base or something like that. I mean, the guy's got some footwork and can also hum it in there. Like I said, touching low 90s already as a sophomore. You got to figure he'll add at least 5 more miles an hour. So you figure by the time he's a senior, all things considered, you'd have to think mid-90s isn't out of the equation, which for a college pitcher, heck, even for a major league pitcher, sign me up. So that'll be the other thing it'll be interesting to see as his career goes on is, will the pros come knocking? You hate to forecast those things too much, but definitely a thing nowadays.
Second inning, designated hitter number 12, Hayden Ball.
Ooh. That one's going to go right to the second baseman. Easy out for the
Right
Bears.
to our guy. Look at that.
Just talking about him.
Now batting for the Warriors, the second baseman, number 13, Pete Greenwood.
So a little better start to the inning here in top 2 for Davis. As last inning kind of got into a little bit of trouble early on, then kind of worked out of it here. Getting ahead of batters here in the early go. And can either pitcher keep their hat on right now? That wind is something to deal with.
No, that wind is something to deal with. I keep seeing a bunch of dust start flying up. I'm sooner or later we're going to see one of those little dust devils pick up if the wind keeps up like it is. So that's going to be a walk with one out. That's
not ideal.
Not ideal.
But with the 9-hitter coming up, you have to think, okay, still got to work out of this before you get to the top of the lineup. Because the top of the lineup did some damage to him last time. See if you can get the old GIDP here.
Tried to frame that one up, but it's going to be high and outside.
Gotta like the effort from the catchers on the obvious balls, and they still try to bring them back into the zone to buy a call. Got him. Got him.
Whoa.
Oh, what a move. Caught him leaning. Looked like he was just taking that last step on the lead. Picks him off.
He's got an impressive little throw when he's trying to pick a player off. It's hard to tell it's coming until it's too late.
You always got to watch out for the lefties.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw it in the first inning, too. I mean, he's got a quick snap over there and just happened to catch Greenwood out there snoozing. But like I said, he kind of hit him right as he was taking that last step. So it's almost like he's leaning out to second base. And once he snapped it over there, Greenwood knew he was down for the count.
Gets it in there for a strike. Counts 3-1. So.
Yeah, after about 7 balls in a row there, we finally get one, but works the walk.
You know, let's just keep trying to pick people off at first base. Maybe that's the way we should go.
The lead may not be quite as robust going on from this point on after that move. What do you think, Brooks? All right. So seats in here, number 31, just hanging out in the booth with us here. We get this grade A analysis here. Quote, we're doing pretty good. You don't get that anywhere else, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We're live and direct, my guy.
Gets it in there for a strike one.
That one had a nasty bite to it.
Sylvan Hills Sports Network, we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, and if you want to keep updated, get notifications anytime we go live with Sylvan Hills Sports, just hit that notification bell on our homepage, and you will be updated anytime we go live.
Will punishes us if we don't actually get more subscribers after every broadcast, so please hit the like and subscribe.
Ooh, that one's popped up. Can they get under?
Good luck with that one. Foul territory here. And it goes. Oh, my goodness. So that would look like it initially started maybe about 5 to 6 feet in foul territory. Ends up halfway between the pitcher's mound and the first baseline. So
that's crazy.
The wild infield single there for Bowman.
Now batting for the Warriors, the center fielder, number 15.
And that actually allows Smith to go first to third Obviously, with 2 outs, you're just getting on the horse and going. So, a bit of a jam here again for Davis. We'll see if he can work out of it. 2 outs now. So, just need the easy ground ball. I would say avoid fly balls and pop-ups at all costs, as we just saw there.
A little bit of a meeting on the mound here between the catcher and the pitcher. Just want to try to work some things out. See if you can't get this guy at the plate and not let a run come across here in the top of the second.
Yeah, interesting here since they just had a little powwow out on the mound. Maybe talking a little strategy right now. Again, the first and third setup here. Will Christian get a little aggressive on the base paths? Or are they content to just kind of hang out, let this at-bat sort of play out here as the last time through the lineup that, at least the first part of it here, they beat up Davis pretty good. And right now, Davis digging a bit of a hole here to Kircher. Kircher, pretty solid ball player himself, actually an OU commit. So if the Sooners are your thing, get ready for this cat to be out there. Not quite as dramatic as the last pickoff move there.
No, I think they're keeping an eye on it this time. They realize you can't take too much of a lead here.
Ball in the air, and it's carrying. It is carrying, and it's out. Oh.
3-run bomb for the Warriors with 2 outs. That's a gut punch if I've ever seen one, but you know what?
Well, he's an OU commit for a reason, and that's one of the reasons right there. So Davis giving up the bomb and the lead as the Warriors take a 4-2 lead here. Top 2. Man, that was a shot. Oh, that was their first hit of the inning, too, wasn't it? Oh, Lord. Now, for those of you watching on YouTube, if you've never been out here to Bromley Field, the center field fence, it's pretty high. I'd probably guesstimate that thing's probably about a solid 30 feet up. So if you put one over the center field fence, you've gotten a hold of it for sure.
What's the distance back right there at center?
I don't remember what the distance is. I want to say it's about 325. Don't quote me on that. The numbers aren't actually out there like they normally are. I think the corners are 300 or thereabouts, if I remember. We'll try to see if we can figure that out for you. Davis getting a little erratic here right now. And his catcher going out, trying to settle him down just a smidge.
If we stay on pace, might be looking at a football score at the end of the night. At the end of this game, we've got a lot of runs scored early on in this ball game.
Now batting for the Warriors, the right fielder, number 27, Dominic Cicero.
What a jump.
It was a good job by Harrison to just handle that one. I'm pretty sure he knew he wasn't going to be able to get down for the tag, so just make the smart play, get a hold of the ball, and don't let it get past you and give another base to him.
Well, and Collins there with a heck of a jump. Probably was halfway between first and second by the time the catcher even caught the ball.
I thought that one caught the zone, but
squeezed him a little there. Ooh, the delayed strike call.
This umpire, every single time he makes the call, it seems a little delayed to me. It has me question myself every half a second afterwards. I'm like, oh, was I wrong? And then he calls it.
Yeah, I'd rather him be right than have to.
Agreed. And his zone has looked pretty consistent so far to start this ball game.
So pass ball there for the Bears. Allows for Collins to take third. 3-1 count. Davis gets the easy bouncer to second. Boom, bam, done. And he finally gets out of the inning.
Tough inning for Davis, but limited damage as they now trail by 2 behind the Warriors, and that's going to be the end of the top of the second. We'll be back with the bottom of the second here in just a couple seconds. And welcome back to the bottom of the second as the Bears trail 4-2. This could be their second time coming up to the plate and try to work their way back into it after a unfortunate way to give up a lead. Something tells me we might see a couple more lead changes throughout this one.
Well, at least you hope for at least one more lead change if you're the Bears. As Preston fouls that one away. 2-1.
I think if we were sitting outside right now, I think I'd look like one of those people from an allergy commercial. I'm rubbing my eyes and I'm not even outside. The pollen's getting me in here.
Oh, now that one had a nasty bite to it there. Buckles pressing at the knees. He gets the looking K. That's now 3 in a row for Collins.
Just a little bit outside. See, I thought Gabriel was about to take a hack at that one.
Go ahead and take a big daddy hack at it. Heck, the way the wind's blowing and just swirling.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Heck, we saw a ball that started pretty foul, come back fair, drop harmlessly into the infield. So just put that thing up in the air at this point. Catcher having a rough go over here the past couple pitches.
Gabriel's out to a hitter's count, though, 3-0.
Yeah, at this point, I'd almost turn my bat upside down. Because he's not swinging at this one. And for good reason. That's now 3 straight pass balls. Gabriel works the walk, though. So Bears in business just a little bit here in the early go.
Now batting for Bears, first baseman, number 13, Jacob Cooper.
So we've got a courtesy runner out there. Once we get a better number, we'll relay who's out there now.
And your attention, please. Pitch running for Bears is number 3, Caden Rhodes.
So the announcement coming across, that's number 3, Caden Rhodes, out there burning up the base paths.
That one's going to be fouled off to bring the count to 0-1. In the dirt.
Good pick. So been a heck of an inning back there for Will Crisp already. As Collins getting a little erratic here. Maybe the adrenaline pumping just a smidge. The steal was on. But Hooper takes one for the team there.
Seems like over these last 2 batters, the control has just kind of disappeared. I'm not sure where it went.
Kind of lost a little bit, so you'd like to see the Bears practice a little patience here, as he has been a little erratic.
Either way, that was a good job by the 9-hole hitter Hooper to get on base and turn this lineup over.
Yeah, Sloan last time with a triple. So you'd like to see them maybe get another one of those.
Ooh.
And he puts it in play. Can they roll the deuce? They do not. That speed kills. But they do get the fielder's choice at second as Hooper is out. But that does advance Gabriel to third base. Davis with a flyout last time. But we'll see if he can help his own cause here. Put one in the corner. Little something, something. Well, he got a hold of it, and the wind being what it is today.
He gets under it. So that's going to bring the second to a close, and with no runs scored at the bottom of the second, that leaves the score 4-2 Warriors. Unfortunate for the Bears, but they're going to get another shot at it. As we're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the top of the third.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces. There's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
Welcome back in. Sylvan Hill Sports Network. Jay Burr. I almost called you Jake Paul. I don't know why. I got boxing on my mind here. Jake Hall. Not quite the boxer that Jake Paul is, but...
I don't know. You've never seen me in the
Well,
ring.
that's true. Yeah, maybe you got a mean right hook. Sylvan Hills trailing right now 4-2 to Little Rock Christian Warriors. Up to bat for the Warriors. Number 23, Carson Stoll. Right now he's got a 1-1 count.
Ooh.
And he gets a hold of one here. And it is
Over the head of the center
dancing
fielder.
out there. And he's looking to, well, they're going to make it close. Nope.
The Bears are struggling to locate the ball and track it down as that wind, I think the wind might have kicked up just a little bit right when the ball went in the air. As you can see the dust flying around out there.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for Jaden Sloan. The past couple of balls that have gone out his way, he's been doing a Texas two-step, lost his hat, the whole bit. Still goes down as a triple, though, for the Warriors, so they are in business here early on. Good block there. I want to pass along a score to you right now. The Sylvan Hills Lady Bears over there just up the road from us at the softball complex. And that's a dinger. He got it. He got it out.
He got it out of here.
Oh, man. So that right to left wind carried the ball. Looked like everybody was a little hesitant on if that was fair or not. But Engskov widens the lead for the Warriors.
You know, it's a lot harder to tell from as a spectator when there's not those big yellow poles out there.
Yeah, it is a little tougher there, but you get it in the air and good things will happen. Unfortunately for the Bears, they haven't quite put it out there the exact same way. But again, Sylvan Hills Lady Bears just playing right up the road from us here at the softball complex, leading 4-0 over Mount St. Mary's. That game in the bottom of the third inning. So again, the Lady Bears on the softball side of things up 4-0 in the bottom of the third. You can actually follow along with that game and also this game by searching on Game Changer. If you don't have that app, I suggest you download it. That way you can kind of follow along pitch by pitch. But you've also got us here, so who needs that?
I know our voices have got to be just pleasant in the ears of our viewers. I know.
Yeah, hopefully nobody's just vacuuming in the background. That's what I'm hoping for. Hayden Hall gets jammed up there, and the Bears handle the pop-up. Hall looked a little disgusted coming out of that one. Kind of swung at one, maybe questionable on the zone. Looked a little low and in, but it works out in the Bears' favor. They finally get an out here.
That one's going to get right on top of the right fielder as he moves under it and gets the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Meadow handling that one pretty easily. Looked like the wind didn't do too much with that one. A bit more of a line drive. So after a triple and a bomb, Sylvan Hill settling in here with the pop-up and the fly-out. This is now the 9-hitter Smith. Had a walk and scored his last at-bat. Early 1-0 count to him. Good bite to that slider there. Slider been hit and miss so far for Davis. Framed ball in the dirt. I always love the effort there on those things. Comes a little high and tight. Running it to 3-1. You got to be sitting dead red if you're a hitter in this situation.
Can't get it in the zone, and that's going to get another man on base for the Warriors with 2 outs here. And the top of the lineup coming up to the plate.
Cade Bowman, 2 for 2 so far today. Had the single up the middle, his first at-bat. And then the foul that floated back in the second inning really kick-started the rally there.
Davis trying to pick off the man at first. Not too much of a lead over there at first.
Well, you live and you learn a little bit. He's got the nice sharp snap over there to first base. No use running yourself out of a potential rally. Now, I don't think high school quite has the rules that MLB has. You know, at the MLB level, you can only check first twice per batter. I don't think the high school game quite has that rule in place just yet, or if it ever will. So you can throw over there as many times as you'd like. But with only what appears to be maybe a 3-step lead, probably wouldn't worry about it too much.
Ooh, right to
Hit
Harrison.
sharp, right to second.
And they're going to make the easy out there as Harrison tosses it to the shortstop to get him out at second. So after a 2-run bomb, scores 6-2 Warriors. And welcome back here to to Bromley Field as the Bears trail 6-2 against the Warriors as we're coming into the bottom of the third.
So really right now, if you're the Bears, you just want to chip away at it. Stretching the outside corner there just a bit, at least from our vantage point. Gives them the benefit of the doubt on the mound at least. And that is a rope into the gap. Gets past the left fielder. Carter on the horse. He's going to try his luck at 3. He's in easily. And Landon Carter with a leadoff triple. What a shot.
How many triples have we had here so far this game?
I believe that's the third one as Sloan has one for the Bears. Now Carter's got one. And really, looking at that one develop, Cicero with a kind of a bad angle going to that ball. Or excuse me, that was left field. I keep saying right field. Connor Smith with a very precarious angle on that ball. He figured as hard as that one was hit, maybe take more of a deep angle on that one instead of charging the ball, but it looked like he didn't get a good read on it, obviously, as he kind of over or underran it, I guess, if you will, and it just sort of scoots by him. Mm-hmm. And usually as an outfielder, you want to, nasty pitch there. Usually you just want to keep that thing in front of you more so than making the play, but it looked like he just didn't get a good read on the jump. Worked out for Landon Carter, though, as he's sitting over there at third base.
Probably going to see if he can't get him to chase at something here at the plate with the pitcher's count 0-2. And he does.
And he got him.
Gets him swinging for a quick out here. So now with one out, there's a runner at third, and Meadow coming up to the plate.
Struck out looking last time. Don't need that right now. Really, at this point, if you're the Bears, just put the thing in play, and he puts it right in play. The old dying quail out there to right field.
RBI single for the Bears as they get a runner across to shorten this lead up.
Not a big hit, but an effective hit. And if you're the Bears, that's what you needed in that spot there. As he went chasing the first one he saw. Pokes it out to right field. Just enough on it. So he redeemed himself from his last at-bat. Hopefully Caleb Harrison here can do the same as he went down looking his last at-bat as well.
Outside for ball one.
Bears bench is perked up just a little bit. You're hearing them a little more, a little chirpy this inning as they're off to a little bit of a rally here. At this point, you want to avoid the dreaded jet up, the grounding into the double play here. The worst kind of rally killer. Ooh, the pass ball. Catcher can't find it. Meadow thought about third base for just maybe a half second there. But that's one as a pitcher, you really wished your catcher would get that one.
So count 3-0 there. He just let that one come in, and it was right down the middle. So if you, that's what I'd be expecting once again, maybe one right down the middle.
Yeah, those 3-0s, you want to just put it in the zone. You know, a lot of guys normally aren't going to swing at a 3-0 count. For you to get a freebie there. Works the walk. Bears in business right now.
1 out, 2 runners on. That's definitely being in business, if you ask me. Got a guy in scoring position, and let's just see if, like you said, just try to get it up in the air. You know, the wind's doing a lot of work for you. If you get it up in the air, good things happen.
Well, they're allowing quite a hole on the right side right now. So if Preston could just poke it right between first and second base where they're playing, just a hard hit ground ball, that's an easy run.
Hit it to where they aren't.
I mean, this baseball thing's not that hard, golly. Just hit it where they're not standing, right?
See, that's the thing that always confused me, and that goes for all sports. I can't tell you how many times I just tell some guys that are playing basketball, just put it in the hoop. It's not.
I mean,
that
come
hard.
on, duh, right?
It's not that hard. Takes a hack at that one.
That was a big daddy hack right there. I'm okay if you want to try to swing out of your shoes on the first one at least. Maybe make a little noise. Oh.
That one's just going to go foul. He's just a hair early on it. I think if he would have sat on it for just a little bit longer.
Just a blink.
I think that one might have been over the fence.
Well, that was in the corner for sure. But it goes down as a loud strike.
So, counts evened up 2-2.
Oh, buckled him. Tough pitch to handle there. That one had some bite to it. That one looked like it started about the line. The inside line of the box. Came back across. Had him thinking a little bit.
So the DH for the Bears coming up to the plate. I believe he walked last time he was at the plate, correct?
That is correct. You hope this time maybe make a little noise, especially with the man in scoring position.
Get something he can swing at.
That's right. You are the designated hitter and all. Ooh, close to that one. Recorded as a ball. So in this situation, you got to be thinking he's got to pound the zone at some point. Just want to get something you can drive. Unfortunately, he gets under that one. And the second baseman settles under it for the third out.
So the Bears get one run across to trim the lead to just 3 now. Warriors lead at 6-3. That's going to be the end of our third inning. When we come back, it'll be time for the top of the fourth here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by National State Sports. Well, welcome back to the top of the fourth inning here between the Sylvan Hills Bears and the Little Rock Christian Warriors. As that first ball comes through and goes foul. Was that was them just playing something on the speaker, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Our man Will here got hit with the okie doke. As that was the big foul ball there. Got him. Ooh, he got him.
Harrison, as tall as he is, we were talking about it. I thought he was going to be able to reach up in the sky and grab that one.
Yeah, just a frozen rope there. You got to just tell the guy, hey, get taller. And you'd have had it. Good piece of hitting there, right back up the center. And I believe that is 2 out of 3 innings for the Warriors to get the leadoff man on. So Bears having to sort of play from behind, if you will, in 2 out of 3 innings. Good block. Unfortunately, just kind of squirted out. And the pass ball gets Collins in scoring position.
That one's going to catch the edge of the zone there. Strike one. Count goes 2-1. I feel like I've seen him call that a strike earlier, but
maybe on the river a little bit there. Collins not budging out there at second base. Shot to the left side. Great throw. Holds Collins at third base. You got to think maybe the Warriors being a little conservative on the base paths there.
That was probably the right idea. I thought he was going to be rounded third, but he holds up, and I think he was probably going to get caught there if he wouldn't have held up. This might be the end of the day for Davis.
Yeah, Inman out there, big-time cannon. Does hold him there. And that is the end of the day for Davis. So gave up 6 runs, gave up 9 hits, responsible for the man on first and third. Believe coming in now. That is number 6, Jack Inman. So coming in from the left field position.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Bears is number 6, Jack Inman.
So tough day at the office for Davis. In line for the loss currently. Also in line for 2 runners currently on. Let's see if Inman can hold him down here. Do want to pass along an update here for you guys, though. Sylvan Hills Lady Bears now up 7-0 over Mount St. Mary's Academy. That one is bottom of the 4th. No outs. Bears rallying right now, so just up the road here. Things going a little more our way. Bears still in this one, though, only 6-3. You got to think if they can work out of this jam here, maybe get a ground ball double play here, Maybe just allow the one run at best. They still got a fighting chance in this one. But if this one blows up in this inning, if the Warriors can put up a crooked number, you got to think it's going to be tough sledding here for the home team.
Mm-hmm.
So Inman comes in for Davis. Not sure who ended up running out there to left field. As soon as we can kind of make out a number, we'll definitely pass that along to you.
Now batting for the Warriors, the right fielder, number 27, Dominic Cicero.
Tried to pick him off there at first base, but he's going to get back in time. First pitch going to be pretty far outside. Good job by the catcher to get over there and grab that one. Count goes 1-0.
You got to think if you're the Bears right now, just limit the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Big jump. Went for it. Had the play on. And Kircher over there at third base, not even remotely biting at that one.
So they're putting the runner back on first. I'm not.
Oh,
they're saying that the batter impeded on the catcher there, and so that's going to put the runner back on to first.
Well, I would think if that was interference, that would be an out.
It is. That's why he's making his way back to the dugout.
Well, he's still standing over there on first.
No, they got the batter. The batter's
out.
batter's
out. Excuse me.
Runner
Okay.
goes back to
Runner
first.
goes back. All right. Now we're all on the same page here. So you get the interference out there, which, if you're the Bears, you'll take them any way you can get them right
Absolutely.
now.
Oh, he got a good piece of that one. It drops down right in front of the left fielder, and just like that, the Warriors get another one across and get another man in scoring position as they have runners on first and second.
Oh boy,
Now batting for the Warriors, first base,
tough sledding here for the Bears as they're in a bit of a jam. Fortunately for them, though, they've got a. If there was a position of runners that you'd want them in, it'd be this one right here. Try to hit a grounder and maybe get out of here with a double play.
just anything at this point. So that's Meadow out there in left field now. He moves over from right field.
Just got a piece of it, but it goes foul. Count evens up 1-1.
Be interested to see if Inman really challenges Engskov here. I remember his last at bat hit a towering shot to center field. Really blew this game open. Well, that's where you want to put it if you're trying to pick off a guy at second base.
It was close.
Now, I will say for our folks who are watching, don't be alarmed when you see the smoke. That's not Camp Robinson doing a controlled burn or anything. That's the grill hot and heavy over there.
Now it's going to go just foul.
And again, like I said before in the softball broadcast, those are the Steve Burgers that are fired up over there. So if you've never come out to Sylvan Hills, baseball or softball, and you never had a Steve Burger, you're missing out on life. Those things will change your way of thinking. It's the seasoning that'll get you. Oh.
You know, I feel like you guys have got some delicacies when it comes to sports. Football's got the legendary Frito chili pie.
Yeah.
Out here, you got the Steve Burgers.
You know? There's a little bit of something for everybody out here.
Tried to catch him there. Wasn't working, though.
Yeah, I think it's a little harder to sneak up with the wind blowing the way it is. Mm-hmm. Guys moving in behind him. Usually the shortstop tries to be a little sneaky back there, but if you're kicking dust up, probably a little more noticeable in conditions like this. But
right.
Big lead out there, though, for Collins. Ball right down Main Street there. Unfortunately, we had time called, so
offensive time right there.
Not nothing doing there.
Feel like it's moving a little bit slower with after the pitching change. He's not getting ready quite as fast as Davis was. Barely gets a piece of that one. You just barely hear the ting of that bat.
Yeah, fortunate there for Ainskov. But maybe also fortunate for the Bears. Looked like that wasn't going to be much of a clean catch either way.
That's a tough sit right there.
Didn't miss by much.
I don't know if I would have been able to sit on that one.
Got him.
Swing and a miss.
Warriors, the designated hitter, number 12, Hayden Hall.
Is that Hayden Ball or Hall?
Hayden Hall.
Hayden Hall.
Yeah.
No relation.
I was about to say, no kinfolk to you, is it?
Nope.
So if you're the Bears right now, you have to be somewhat encouraged. Just got to get out of the inning. Again, like we said, they can just only give up one. You give yourselves a little bit of a chance. Anything more crooked than the one, though, ugh. Mm-hmm. It might be tough coming back in this one, but this team is capable.
That pitch had some bite on it. He did not think it was going to hit the zone, and it just got in there for a strike, too, as the runners advance, though. But if you're the pitcher right here, I don't think I'd be too worried about it. You got a nice count, 0-2 here. Get him at the plate.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Inman, just worry about the guy at the dish. Ooh, barely misses there. And then if you get the guy there, you don't have to worry about the guy on second and third. But you do have to be careful. You don't want to serve up anything too juicy, as a base knock will blow this one open.
Defensive swing there as it goes foul.
Tried to extend the zone just a little bit there. Didn't get the benefit of the doubt. Evens it up at 2-2.
You know, you gotta at least give it a shot. Try to frame it up right there.
Test your limits a little bit. Maybe you'll catch a guy chasing the ball a little bit, especially in a spot like this. You have to think, if you're the Warriors, if we can get a base knock, and there it is, that it'll blow it open.
Across.
And unfortunately for the Bears, he does blow it wide open.
2-out rally. 2-out rally gets two across, and again another runner on first. So unfortunate for the Bears. You just got to try to get out of this inning now.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Hall. And that is number 3, Will Crisp, currently the catcher.
What position does Hall play?
Hall is the DH. So I'm not sure what exactly position. Okay, so another quick substitution there, as that is now Connor Davis going out there. So, haha, psych.
I thought I heard them say a courtesy runner for a DH earlier in the ball game, but
Yeah.
oh, they caught him, and they're gonna catch him at second.
Got him. So he got his chance and maybe got a little bold with it.
Yeah, I think just a hair too bold, but the Warriors they blow this one wide open as they take the lead 9-3 now to end the top of the fourth. So when we come back, we'll be bottom of the fourth here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. Well, welcome back as we have Jacob Hooper at the plate for the Bears, the first baseman, as they're going to try to take a chunk out of this lead here as they trail by 6.
Yeah, really, at this point, you got to take it batter by batter. I know that's sort of the cliche thing to say, but I don't think anybody's going to go up there and hit a 6-run bomb. So if you're Coach James, you practice patience and just put the ball in play, and good things will happen. Put the ball in play there. Unfortunately, it's the easy 5-3 putout.
Now batting, fair, center fielder, 0-0. Shaden Solo.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Sloan 1 for 2 today. Had the big triple to start the party off for the Bears in the bottom of the first. Had the fielder's choices last up bat. Nobody on this time.
That one was...
Collins catches the outside corner.
That one might have been a little bit outside for my liking, but...
Good frame, though. Good frame.
Ooh, puts down
Bunt,
the
got
nice
him
bunt.
leaning. Is he going to beat it? He got it. Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Umpire blinked there a little bit. Looked like he was going to give him the safe call. Faked me out anyways.
You know, the speed going down the base path, you just got to give credit to the Warriors there. They played that bunt very well and got the out.
Yeah, unfortunately for Sloan there, good placement of the bunt. Caught the pitcher leaning a little bit. Unfortunately, he threw an absolute missile right on target over there at first base. Barely got Sloan over there.
Big swing and a miss, and that brings the count to 0-2. Try to see if he might swing at something high and away.
Yeah, good waist pitch. You got to think maybe they're getting a little tense in the batter's box, maybe wanting to try to do too much, take advantage of that.
Oh, right down the middle that
good
time.
Gravy. That one had some break on it. Good Lord.
That was not a waste pitch. So quick 1-2-3 inning for the Warriors as they still hold the lead 9-3. When we come back, it'll be time for our fifth inning here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
You should choose PCS because of the great teachers, the great staff, and the opportunities that your child will have to further their education, their social development, and basically just their lives. My kids are getting a great education. They are getting great opportunities to be involved in sports and extracurricular activities in the community. I believe that for our family, we chose the best possible school when we chose PCSSD. If I were to do it all over again, I wouldn't do anything any differently.
Oh, gets a piece of it. I think
That looks like it was a routine. Ain't been nothing routine going out to center field today, but
I don't think he had to move an inch on that one.
not much. So 1 pitch, 1 out. You like to see that if you're the Bears. As again, they've had a tough time getting the first guy out in the inning. So the 9-hitter Connor Smith walked twice, so no official at-bat. See if the Bears can just sit him down this time around. If you're just tuning in, score right now 9-3 in favor of the road team, the Warriors. Bears have had a tough go of it on the hill as they've given up 11 hits, 2 of which were the over-the-fence variety. And they just haven't been able to get much cooking at the plate themselves. Only 4 hits. 3 runs out of those 4 hits, though. Jay Burr, Jay Call with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. 1-2 the count here to Connor Smith for the Warriors. So Inman looking a little more settled this time around than he did maybe in the last inning. But still plenty of inning to go as Smith gets a hold of that one. Sloan with a great catch on the run. It looked like the wind was carrying that one a little bit.
That was a nice catch. Like you said earlier, it's kind of been a struggle out there in center field for both teams as balls can get away from you quickly with the way this wind's flowing. And
Yeah.
he chased that one down nicely and made a pretty nice catch. Ooh, he's going to get hit by that one.
And just when you wanted the 1-2-3 inning, couldn't quite come away with it. As Bowman now 2 for 3 in 4 appearances. But Kircher here, the one you need to worry about, as he's gotten a hit every time. He's scored every time. And he's an OU commit for a good reason. Guy makes things happen. Not sure what Eller was attesting to there. Much ado about nothing, it appears. And we play on. Good block.
Oh, might get him.
It's close.
I think he got him.
Oh.
Man, that was that was close. I think he might have got him right there.
You know, if Will could just dial up the replay there, it might go in the favor of the Bears.
You don't think so?
Will saying he didn't get him. It was bang bang. I'll give him that. Great throw there.
That's probably the
But
closest.
also a good jump.
That's probably the closest play we've seen on the base path so far here today.
So it appears the strategy to Inman here is don't serve up a meatball as they are peppering it low and away. Emphasis on low here to Kircher, who 3 for 3, 2 singles and a bomb on the day. 3 runs scored, so he's having a heck of a day, and it's just game 1. Buckled him a little bit. He walked away a little frustrated on that one, knowing full well that's one he probably handles more times than not. But it did look like it fooled him just a hair as he threw the off-speed pitch at him. Got him swinging there, so he evens it up back at 2 apiece.
You know, one more of those and you'll get out of this one.
Yeah, so Inman looking to stop the bleeding a little bit here. Finally put a 0 up on the board for the Warriors. And finally sit down Kircher.
In the dirt, full count now, 3-2.
Trying to get him to chase a little bit. Kircher not offering. So full count, 2 on. You have to think that Bowman will be on the move here. Fouls it off.
A little bit of a defensive swing there. It was going to be borderline on the inside of the zone right there, and
Yeah.
he just fouls it off. That one's going to be on the outside and give them a free base runner as they have runners at first and second now, 2 outs.
Unfortunately, a walk, but that's one of those you call a good miss. As again, as Kircher has just torched the Bears so far today. Collins right now, 1 for 2 with a K. Had a single his last at bat. Also scored. Asking for time, didn't get it. Works in his favor, though. I don't know if the wind got to him or Maybe he just wasn't quite settled, but ump wasn't budging there, but ball one.
That one's going to sneak in there for strike number one. Count goes 1-1. That one's way outside. Count goes 2-1.
Inman was cruising the first couple of batters here. You figured, hey, they got a shot at a 1-2-3 inning. In a bit of a pickle right now.
You know, when a team gets some runners on base, and your whole mindset up there as a pitcher can change, and
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot harder to pitch when you have runners on base. That's for sure.
Whew. Gave it to him. Took him a minute to make the decision there, but works in the Bears' favor. Runs it full. So I would imagine now with it being a force out, you're going to see Kircher and Bowman on the move here. So big spot here for Collins. Put the charge into it. Going foul, hanging, and it falls.
I wasn't sure. I thought they might have been able to get under that one. I think they might have lost it a little bit up in the air.
Yeah, Wynn just kind of carrying that one. So Collins gets a break there. See if he can take advantage here.
That one's going to drop to the shortstop.
Oh, what
and
a play.
He got him.
What a play. So, great. As we get the ESPN jingle over the loudspeaker there is Everett Bird backing up Caleb Harrison there. Or excuse me, that was Landon Carter backing up Everett Bird. Heck of a play there. Had to throw it on a rope. Threw it on a rope. Gets the out, gets out of the inning. And look at that, a 0.
So that's going to be the end of the top of the fifth. When we come back, bottom of the fifth, here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. A little bit of 50 cent to open up the bottom of the fifth here as the Bears are at the plate. And that one's a pass ball for ball number one. At the plate for the Bears is number one, Landon Carter.
Landon Carter, the Arkansas commit, only a junior. So teams still have a chance to swipe in and get them, but good luck.
That's another pass ball. 2 in a row now.
Really want to see Carter try to get on here. He leads the team in stolen bases as he put up a 6.360 at the PBR Showcase this past summer. So the kid's got some wheels. You'd like to see him get on and be able to use them just a little bit, especially as the leadoff here, bottom 5. Let a Butte go by there, though.
So that's going to be a full count now. 3-2. 3-2 for Carter. Nice job working this count full. And it's going to be outside again, and that's going to send him to first base. Bears have a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 5th.
And again, leads in stolen bases. So maybe wreak a little havoc out there. Heck, at this point, you're down 6. Why not?
Let's see the runners get aggressive out there on the base path for sure.
I mean, what do you got to lose at this point? Ball is popped up there.
And just like that, they have a runner on second now.
Maybe not quite a stolen base there. Just depends on how the official scorer wants to put it. I would have scored that a wild pitch, but nobody asked me.
Oh, it's going to drop down
The
right.
fortunate bounce there. One of those weird kind of tweener hits. Do I play off the bounce? Do I go for it? Looks like he couldn't quite make up his mind over there. Carson Stoll.
He got a piece of it. I think he's lucky it didn't keep rolling behind him. Because if that would have happened, I think we might have had runners on the corners.
Absolutely. Fortunately, though, for the Warriors, puts the double play ball back in order here. Give him the stolen bag there. Great jump. Timed it up perfectly. And now we've got those runners at the corners.
No outs. Counts 0-1. Runners at the corners. See what the Bears could do here. Try to get some runners across home plate. And that one's going to be low.
Wonder how long Coach Eller will let Collins leave him out there at least. You had to think. Comfortable lead. Maybe don't ride him too much. Especially if he's starting to lose control a little bit. Had a rough go of it early on here. And that's a shot right back up the middle there for Meadow. Plates one easily. Bears scratch across their 4th run. Big part due to Carter being really aggressive out there on the base paths. And
Tracy cannot figure out what he wants to play, can he?
DJ kind of switching the vibes here. As it appears they're just going out there to maybe settle Collins in or give their bullpen a little time maybe to throw a couple pitches here and there. You got to figure the leash will be a little short on him going forward. As the Bears got something cooking here. With 2 on, nobody out. Caleb Harrison now up. Bears have already pushed one across this inning. Harrison looking to be due. 0 for 1 so far with a K. Had a walk his last at bat. See if they can crawl back into this one just a little bit.
In the dirt. Ball 1.
Not a lot working for Collins right now. If you're the Bears, you really feel you'd need to take advantage of his struggles right now. And it looks like they are, as that one's going to drop in. Oh, and it gets past him. It got past him. He misplayed the bounce. And that'll plate 2 for the Bears. And just when you thought, as Bear fans, you were in a pit of despair, they're right back in this thing, and they've got something cooking. As Harrison gets the fortunate double. Andrew Presson now. Now you got to think, if you're the Bears in this situation, you don't want to be the guy that gets the first out. So you got to think amongst yourselves, you're getting a little competitive. Don't be that guy. But last couple of hits laced right up the middle, so it seems like the third time through the lineup now for the Bears. They're seeing the ball, and they're timing it up, and they're getting to Collins a little bit. And like I said earlier in the inning, you got to wonder how long Coach Eller is going to let his ace hang on out there, especially now that he seems to have lost control a little bit of this one, and Bears rallying.
He got a piece of that one. It goes hard foul on the right side, and that evens up the count 2-2.
Big lead out there at second base. Throw. I thought that one was going behind him.
So did I.
Catches him on the back.
So just like that, with a swing of the bat, the Bears could tie it all up.
We got the Jeopardy theme going there, but it did look like it was simply for the catcher to visit, and now
maybe they should just stay away from playing the Jeopardy music till they decide they want to play it.
Yeah, right. But now it does appear Coach Eller walking out to the mound to end Collins' day. Kind of a mixed bag there for Collins. 6 runs on 6 hits, responsible for the 2 men on base right now. And coming out, appears to be number 37, Jackson Franklin for the Warriors.
So if you're the Bears, you're down 3, and you got the guy I think you'd want coming up to the plate right now, Luis Gabriel, the designated hitter, coming up to try to put you back in this one. Like I said, you're one swing away now from a tie ball game.
That's right. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, don't want to be the guy that gets the first out of the inning. Don't want to be the rally killer either. You have to think if you get a hold of one, you want to put it in a gap or at least put it in the air to avoid the double play ball. Bears right now, this inning so far, 3 hits. Had a walk and a hit by pitch, so right now no outs as they trail 9-6. Jay Bird, Jay Call with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Over down the way here, just want to give you an update on the softball team, the Lady Bears. Lead is now up to 9-0 over Mount St. Mary's. That one is currently in the top of the 6th inning. Again, 9-0 just up the way here, as the Lady Bears seem to have the first game against Mount St. Mary's in hand. Bears looking to rally here at Mike Bromley Field, down 9-6, 2 men on, nobody out. And the number 8 hitter, Lewis Gabriel, now batting.
That sun's starting to set there, as you can see the shadow starting to creep across the field.
Yeah, that's when your white balance gets a little weird. Will says he's got it in hand, though. Caleb Harrison scurrying back to second base. Nobody home, though. You had to think he'll be a little conservative.
Oh,
Nibbles the inside part of the plate there.
that was a close one. That was close. Might have framed that one up pretty nicely.
Gabriel 0 for 1, today. Big hack there. Quickly down 0-2. He's had a walk and a pop up to second. Big spot right here for him, though, if he can just put it in play. Ball in the dirt, runs at 1-2.
So if you're Gabriel, you got to be pretty defensive here. You can't, anything that looks like it might be a strike, you got to make sure you get a bat on it.
Ooh.
See, that was the same spot that I thought the first pitch was in.
He was braver than I am. I'm probably swinging at that one myself, but that's why I'm up here. Well, that and I'm 40 years old, yeah. My eligibility has run up.
Oh, my gosh. Talk about a bite.
Fooled him on that one. Gets the swinging K for the first out.
Well, now Hooper's coming up, and at least you don't have the nerves being, I don't want to be the first one out.
Right.
That gets rid of that.
So thankfully I'm not that guy, is how that works. Now you want to avoid the double play ball. Nibbles the outside corner. Good pitch location. And that off speed on the first pitch fooled Hooper.
This zone might be just a hair wide. Swing and a miss.
So guys might be getting a little tense, trying to do too much, considering the situation here. Not that he's trying to put it out of the park, but just putting it in play. Fouls it off.
Another pitcher's count 0-2. Lots of noise coming from the dugout.
Yeah. Harrison juking and jiving out there at second base. Pitcher just trying to calm him down a little bit.
That was a close one. Just a little low, though, for ball one.
Shoots it down the line. That's fair ball.
Down the left field line. That's going to bring one across,
That's
maybe two.
He's up.
No play at home plate, and just like that, they trim this lead down to one after a 2 RBI double.
What a shot just inside the line, right over the bag, right into the corner. Hooper coming up in a huge spot for the Bears. He scores Harrison and pressing on the horse, going first to home. Now back to the top of the lineup. Bears in business. Looks like Franklin concerned with the runners more so than the guy at the plate. Got to wonder if maybe the runners out there are getting in his head a little bit.
Ball one. Count goes 1-0. Top of the lineup is Sloan at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Now you can take the lead with a swing of the bat.
Well, he put a charge into it. Is that going to have enough to get past? Oh, goodness, the ball dropped.
Yeah, it dropped.
The ball dropped.
I couldn't tell if he had
we're going to have a play at the plate. He gets by him.
He's going to be
He scores one. Sloan on third base. We got us a tie game.
Tie ball game. What a piece of hitting from Sloan. And I think the wind played in his favor as both the left fielder and the center fielder just trip over themselves. I'm not sure if they tripped over themselves or if it went through their glove. I'm not really sure what happened out there. But next thing you know, the ball's on the ground and you got a runner coming across home plate.
A bit of I got it, you take it looked like. Because it did look like that the left fielder, Connor Smith, dove for the ball, kind of in a backup position behind Kircher there. And the ball dropped. Neither one of them got it. And with still only one out and a man on third, Alex Davis, now the 9th hitter for the Bears here in the bottom of the 5th. And that might have enough to score Sloan because he's got some wheels. He's going to test the arm. And he is up easy, and the Bears have taken a 10-9 lead.
He gets there easy. Here in the bottom of the 5th, they have put up a 7th spot to take the lead.
So Landon Carter, his second time to bat here in the 5th inning.
Pass ball.
What an absolute time we are having here at Mike Bromley Field. What was once a 9-3 deficit, now a 10-9 lead for the Bears.
You know, they left their ace in there for quite a while, and the Bears ended up scoring three more on him in the bottom of the 5th. They bring in someone new, and just like that, the Warriors have just lost control. It just seems like it's run off the tracks for them.
Yeah, I had the fortunate bounce on the single earlier in this inning. Gets a hold of one. We'll see if Kircher, he doesn't have it. That's going to drop, gets to the wall, and the ball rolls away from him. He's going to test the arm, going 3.
Oh, he's going to get there.
And Carter
easy.
is up with a sliding triple.
2-out triple here in the bottom of the fifth, and
Let's get it.
another runner in scoring position as the Bears are not done yet.
But yeah, so the wind, I think, playing a little bit of a factor even on that one as well, as it just seemed to carry, and it looked like Kircher really didn't get a good jump off of it.
Well, if you take a look at that flag out there, it seems like the wind is going out a little bit more now.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wind change here coming out more of the north. So that ball just carried. Big swing and a miss there for Bird. But you had the fortunate bounce that turned a single into a double. You had the ball that dropped in there. So the Bears taking advantage of the Warrior mistakes in this inning.
Counts 1-2.
And then again, just some good old-fashioned base hitting.
Swing and a miss that time, and that's going to put an end to this Bears run as they put up a 7 spot here in the bottom of the fifth. Bears lead at 10-9 after a major comeback. When we come back, it'll be the top of the sixth here in the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
I would say school choice is a great option. You can do your research like we did. Visit with other parents that have children in the district. We visited the schools before we made the choice to come here. We chose to school choice because we have had such a great experience here. Teachers, staff have been so helpful and reassuring, and we've been forever grateful for it. And I'd do it all over again. PCSSD is a great option no matter where you live.
Welcome back to Bromley Field here at the top of the sixth. Bears lead at 10-9 after a big bottom of the fifth for the Bears, and now all they got to do is try to finish this one out. 2 more innings of defense, and they might get out of this one with the W.
So we've got some shuffling around. Number 24, Everett Bird, now on the bump. Caleb Harrison moves across the diamond from second to third. Eli Steele now in at second base. And once we kind of figure out all the other substitutions, ins and outs, we'll definitely pass them along.
Strike number one. Count goes 2-1.
If you're just joining us, have you missed out? Bears had a rough go of it in this one. Down 9-3 at one point. That last half inning hung a 7 spot on the Warriors. Now up 10-9. And Bird looking good right now with a 2-2 count. Backdoors him. Oh, man. How do you spell strikeout? K. My goodness, what a backdoor slider. Had Cicero locked up. He wasn't ready.
He got a lot of that.
Uh-oh, that's a no
That's trouble.
doubter. As Cicero teed one up. You hang 'em, we bang 'em. Or excuse me, that was Stoll. First pitch dinger. And that is now the third home run surrendered by the Bears this afternoon.
We got our football score. Yep, just like that. 10-10.
And just to update everybody, the Lady Bears over on the softball field finally finish out the game. A 9-0 win over Mount St. Mary's Academy. No big surprise there. As they take care of business on that one, they'll have their second game coming up here in about the next 15 minutes or so. Once that one gets going, we'll definitely pass that along to you. But they will now be the away team in a game against Mount St. Mary's. Oh, ate him up. Still got a chance.
He got it.
You like to see that there. Bird playing the position. Almost ate up Hooper over there at first base. But they get the out.
It's nice to see a ball like that bounce their way because earlier on in this ball game, it didn't really look like it was going their way. Any play in the outfield, it was trouble for the Bears.
Couldn't catch a break at all for sure in that one. But again, big props there to Everett Bird. Again, playing his position, not assuming, oh, easy ground ball, my first baseman's got it. Over there, filling in at the first base spot. It'll go down in the scorebook here as a 3-1 simple putout, but that is a huge, huge play, in my opinion, for the Bears.
Oh,
shot out there. Sloan coming in on it.
And he gets under it. So just like that, the Bears get out of it, but not before giving up the big bomb to tie this ball game up. When we come back, it'll be time for the bottom of the sixth here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. And we're back here at Bromley Field, bottom of the sixth, all tied up 10-10. Got our football score. We got an exciting finish coming our way as we are just an inning and a half away from the end of regulation.
We hope so, anyways. Let's see if the Bears can hang a number on here and get this thing going.
Regulation, not accounting for extra innings.
It's a dirty word out here right now. Extra innings. Lewis Meadow starting us off here in the bottom of the sixth, being encouraged by a few here in the crowd to wear that one. Ball a little inside.
I thought they were about to start us off with an HBP for sure. So that evens up the count 1-1.
Seems like neither side really likes that call there that the Blues been giving them. So I guess as a Blue, you're doing your job if you're getting on the nerves of both sides.
He got him to chase that one. That flag looks like it's blowing harder than it has been all day.
Yeah, it's a cool breeze out here. We can see the batting cage net really floating. Change the speeds up. Got him swinging. Caleb Harrison with the fortunate bounce in that last inning as what appeared to be a routine single kind of skipped on Kircher, turned into a double. Jackson Franklin for the Warriors seems to have settled in a little bit more this inning as he throws ball one.
Outside once again. Count goes 2-1. So I'm seeing some championship banners over there in right field. We got a 1959, 1961. You were going here then, right? Right, Jay?
Yeah, no, maybe a little bit after that. Come on now.
I'm just messing
Come
with you.
on,
I'm just
man.
playing jokes. I'm just playing jokes.
I got some grays, but Lord.
I'm playing jokes.
Now, what stinks, though, is you see that 2003 one. That was just after I graduated as Harrison works the walk. And the Bears get a runner on first. But the 3 years prior, Bears made the semifinals in the state tournament. Just could not quite get over the hump. Now, I will say, I don't want to say there's an asterisk per se on that 2003 because you still got to go out and you got to earn it.
Okay.
But that was the year that Sylvan Hills actually dropped down to the 4A classification, which back then, it was a lot different than the way it is now. Things are all kinds of wonky nowadays. But I will say that was the same year that the football team also made it to the state championship in football, where they got beat by Stuttgart. Now, Stuttgart, and I forget the running back's name off the top of my head here.
Man, you guys are a powerhouse.
Absolute stud. Well, that early 2000s year, I mean, not to brag or anything, but we kind of had it going on in a lot of things. But then right after that, because you were a 5A school, you had 5A type of talent and all those sorts of things. You dropped down a class. I mean, it's a world of difference.
I don't buy into the asterisk thing except for one scenario, and that is when Mississippi State didn't have to play NC State in the College World Series. That's the only asterisk that I believe in.
Attention, please. Pitch running for the Bears is number 27, Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis coming out to run for It's number 2, Caleb Harrison now. Let him get the stolen base, I guess, and then figured, hey, come on in, big fella. You need to rest up for the next half inning. But no, so Sylvan Hills, that was kind of part of that era where the northwestern part of the state, good pickoff attempt there in plenty of time, really saw some booming. So Sylvan Hills actually got pushed down a classification for, I think it was a cycle. So every 2 years, the AAA will sort of reshuffle things based on schools' population, and that was just a year where Sylvan Hills got to go down to the 4A. And Sylvan Hills taking full advantage of it as Preston goes down looking there.
Yep, that's one way to do it, I guess. The two-year shift. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, and then with the explosion out here in Sherwood now, one of the bigger cities in the state. A lot of people don't realize that coming out here, but Sherwood, I believe, is the 13th or 14th largest city in Arkansas. Again, you just really wouldn't think of it. Of course, it all sort of blends in with North Little Rock. You've got Cabot up the road a little bit. Jacksonville's right there, too. Where's sort of the boundaries on that? You know, once they annexed Gravel Ridge, or, you know, what is North Sherwood now, that sort of added on to things here. So Sherwood just has been exploding out to the northern part of the city, as it's my understanding they're looking at about 1,000 or so more housing units out that way. So the city is metro booming out here.
Metro booming.
For sure. I don't know if they'll quite make it 7A. That's probably a little ways down. Yeah, I think they've still got a couple in front of them to duke that out as one gets away from the catcher. Heck of a throw. Unfortunately, it was offline.
So they got a runner at third with 2 outs here. Counts 2-0. I believe this is Gabriel at the plate.
Yep.
Gabriel at the plate. Let's this would be if you wanted to hit, this would be the time.
He was swinging at anything in the zip code there. Did not matter. He was looking to get a hold of one. That was a big daddy hack right there. As we have time called, as one of the assistant coaches are coming out to maybe discuss pitching strategy. With Franklin.
If I keep smokers, I might have to make my way out there.
The wind is blowing the right way tonight.
This would be a good time to also mention, we are still looking for sponsorships over here at the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. So, so if you're interested and have any businesses or anything you'd like to get put up here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network page, make sure you reach out to us either on our Facebook page, Sylvan Hills Sports Network, or on our Twitter page, and we would be more than happy to have that conversation.
Absolutely, because the Bears are a big deal. By golly, and we're trying to make this one the biggest page of the Pulaski counties.
We got a work to do because right now we're in last.
Oh, and we're in last right now, so no bueno there. So I need Sherwood to stand up. Lewis Gabriel going to be standing up on first base as he works a 5-pitch walk. Jacob Hooper now up to bat.
And for the level of talent that the Sylvan Hills has, I would love to see this page explode, because they've got talent at all sports, at all levels that I love calling, and I love watching, and I know there's a lot of Sylvan Hills Bears fans out there that love to watch as well.
Heck yeah! So everybody do their part. If you've got a business, go ahead and sponsor.
Hit by pitch, and that's going to load the bases for the Bears. 2-out rally. If we were at Baum Walker right now, some people would be putting on some hats with some beverages on them.
We've got ducks on the pond here. Back to the top of the lineup here. with Jaden Sloan. Big double his last time up as he charged one out to center field. So we'll see if the Bears can take advantage here as they get to the top of the lineup. If you want somebody up in this spot, it's definitely your one hitter. And it looks like Coach Eller is going to end the day of Jackson Franklin. And it does look like Kircher is coming in from center field, so not sure if he'll be the one to take the bump next. But once we kind of get these things situated out, we will definitely pass it along to you.
You just gotta love the fight that the Bears have shown this game. Down 3-9, and they worked their way all the way back to take the lead, and it's all tied up now. But I am just thoroughly impressed with the fight that this Bears team has shown this game.
Absolutely. So Kircher now on the hill for the Warriors. Tate Collins makes his way out to the outfield. Now, I don't know if they're going to maneuver that outfield out a little bit here. But Kircher looking like he's throwing straight gas on the mound to warm up here. Unfortunately, he's bounced a couple here, so, well, at least unfortunately for him. Fortunately for the Bears, you hope maybe you can get a hold of one of these. Because if a guy throws the ball hard and you get a hold of it, you're going to hit it hard. And that's what the Bears could use right about now. But it does look like the outfield will shift around just a little bit. Or perhaps Collins will just occupy the center field spot. Ooh. Yeah, so that's Collins just occupying the center field spot now. Big spot here for 0-0 Jaden Sloan. Ducks on the pond. Tie game.
Top of
bottom
the order.
6.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Let's get it. Big spot here for both of these teams.
That one's going to be on the outside, ball 1.
Kircher looking like he's just jacked up right now.
Taking another step off the plastic, the rubber.
Ooh. Caught the bottom half, it looked like there. Runs it 1-1.
Ooh.
Ball gets away.
That's going to get a runner
That's
across.
Oh, he got him.
Oh, my goodness.
What an absolute play by the catcher, and you hate to see it. Oh, mercy.
Man,
Chris, though, on his horse.
It was
it
close.
back. Oh, mercy goodness.
That's unfortunate for the Bears as they were in a prime position. I don't blame Coach James for sending him right there. I probably would have done the same. It was played well by the Warriors.
Yeah, good play all around. Looks like maybe hesitated just enough. Because it did look like Chris had it initially, just squirted out of the glove. Didn't really pop away far enough. Good play, kind of bang-bang. Unfortunate for the Bears, but if there is a silver lining, and I'm all about those, you'll have the top of your lineup starting things off in the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, that is unfortunate for the Bears. That was a close one. And me looking at it, it was still pretty close. I think it would have been hard to tell, but the Warriors
just a perfect throw to the plate. A lot of times you see those go wide just because they're panic throws a lot of time, but crisp with the crisp throw to the waiting glove of Kircher.
Well, I thought when it went off the catcher's glove there, I thought he hesitated for a second because I didn't think he realized how far back it was going. And, it's hard to see. It might have taken a nice bounce off the wall where he could have got over there quick enough, and we didn't see. Either way, nice defensive play by the Warriors. Still tied up 10-10 going into the 7th now. So we'll see See what the Bears have going for them here defensively.
Yeah, due up for the Warriors going to be 8-9-1 hitters. So Greenwood, Smith, then back to the top with Bowman. Right now, Greenwood having a tough go of it. Had a couple of flyouts. Walked his first appearance. Connor Smith, same deal. 2 walks and a flyout for him. And then back to the top of the order, where Bowman is 2 for 3. Couple singles, a ground out, and a hit by pitch. But it does look like we've got a pinch hitter now in, and this looks like it's Peyton Zielstra.
Attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Warriors is number 4, Cole Davis.
Or excuse me, this is Cole Davis. I'm looking at the wrong lineup here. That's Peyton Zielstra is number 4 for the Bears. So excuse me on that one, as this is Cole Davis for the Warriors.
Just a bit low for ball 1. Oh, right over the third baseman's head down the left field line. And that's going to be a single, leadoff single for the Warriors.
And it looks like Ryan Mullen will now come in to run for Davis.
Pinch running for the Warriors is number 40, Ryan Mullen.
Not the spot you want to be in if you're the Bears. Like I said earlier, Connor Smith, 0 for 1 tonight, 2 walks and a flyout. If you're the Bears, you'd really like a nice ground ball at this point, as you could roll a pair. Close on the pickoff attempt, as Mullen just got back.
Ooh, that's
the ball squirts away. Oh.
That's going to advance the runner to second. Just like that, the Warriors have a man in scoring position.
And if you're pressing, that's just one you've got to have in that spot. Or actually, that doesn't look like it's pressing back there. But Lewis Meadow.
Tried to show bunt there, and the shortstop got all the way up to about the pitcher's mound before he pulled back on it.
Little different approach there. Normally you see that third baseman crash
right
on something like that, but with the shortstop coming in, had me thrown for a loop. Obviously, it had Smith there thrown for a loop a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvan Hills Lady Bears getting the second half of their doubleheader going right now. Lady Bears now up to bat. 0-0 top of the first, and we'll pass along updates as we get those to you. So you figure the spot that both these teams are in right now, there'll probably be a little more of these cat and mouse games out on the base pass and at the plate. Mullen back comfortably. One guy in the crowd thought it was a little closer than what it was, but
the oohs and ahs of the crowd always make it a little bit more exciting.
hoping to sway an umpire call. Runners off. And he was in comfortably, in my opinion, there. Stolen base there for Davis. Or Mullen, excuse me. Count is 2-1 to Connor Smith. And you got to figure with a man on third, totally changes your approach. You got to think, just put it in play.
Infield scooting in now. Just about everybody. Every position is scooted in a little bit now. Swing and a
Big
miss.
pitch there.
2-2 the count.
Strikeout would go a long way here right now, but it would put the Warriors back to the top of their lineup.
Count goes full. That one was in the dirt. Big pitch right here.
Just attack the zone. Well, not exactly the situation you want to be in with the top of the lineup coming up for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, the shortstop, number 9.
It was close. I thought he got close to catching the outside of the zone there.
Looked a little low, too. So if you got that combination of low and away, you're probably not gonna get that here. So now if you're Bowman, you're looking to just put this thing in play because the Bears will sacrifice the double play for the one run. Ideally, though, if you're the Bears, you get the out here.
You know, in that situation, I might almost be better to eat that one just because a missed throw could really screw you up.
Yeah, you kind of have to hope that Mullen isn't paying attention over there and goes for home in what would have been at least a pickle at best. But now, 2 men in scoring position for the Warriors. No outs. Top of the lineup coming with a 1-0 count.
So that one's high. That's ball number 2. Count goes 2-0. gets the first strike of the at-bat via the foul ball. Count goes 2-1.
Noticing the hoodies and the blankets starting to come out here in Sherwood.
To be honest with you, I might have to go grab me a jacket out of the truck after the end of this one before the second game.
Clouds are rolling in. Wind still going. And Bowman lifts this one to center field. They're going to test it. Oh, and he slips.
Can he gun it?
Got him!
He got him!
He got him!
He got him!
Double play. Let's get it!
What a play by the Bears right there. Talk about an arm in center field.
Jaden Sloan with an absolute cannon. Got the fortunate slip out there by Mullen as he was tagging up. I just happened to see him kind of stumble right off the bag. Just enough.
That throw was right on the money, too.
Yeah, Meadow was waiting for him. Oh, what an absolute spot by the Bears.
Talk about a huge play right there. That was easily the biggest play of the game so far for both sides. And now with 2 outs, you're in a totally different position now if you're the Bears. You can easily get out of this inning without giving up any damage, and you just got to try to keep your composure just like you did on that defensive play.
Absolutely. So Kircher issued the intentional walk. He's over there on first base. And that brings up Collins now. Almost got the inside call there. But if you're the Bears, you just need one more out to get out of this one. Woo! Got the benefit of the doubt from the blue there.
That was very generous.
We don't mind the generosity if as long as it goes the Bears' way. Runs at 1-1.
Strike 2.
Nibbling that inside corner there. That slider was nasty. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 count here. Big pitch for Bird here. Can he finish the job? Sit him down. Let's get it.
Sits him down to end the top of the 7th. Oh, Bears get out of a jam there with the double play and then the strikeout to end the inning.
Oh, how do you spell strikeout? K. And that was the backwards variety there. Big time pitch.
So with the score all tied up 10-10, we're going to be going into the bottom of the 7th, and the Bears have a chance to walk this one off here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. And we're back here, tie ball game. Sylvan Hills Bears, Little Rock Christian Warriors, and it's 10-10 in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order here for the Bears.
Before we get into this inning, a couple scores to pass along here. Softball Lady Bears up 5-0, still top of the first over there, taking on Mount St. Mary's. Also, boys soccer 0-0 as they play host to BB. So a lot of action going on here in Sherwood tonight as Sloan gets this one up in the air. And that one settles in for the first out.
It sounded good.
It sounded good. It was high, but the wind just not playing tricks with it like it has been. And we're trying to effort a girls soccer final for you, but as soon as we get that, we will definitely pass. And girls softball currently up 5-0 in the top of the first, playing host to Mount St. Mary's. 10-10 ball game here.
You know, I was busy calling a soccer game myself last Tuesday. How did the boys end up doing?
Went down 2-0, unfortunately. Just one of those days where they had opportunities, just couldn't quite capitalize, and allowed a couple of opportunities for Maumelle, and they did capitalize. So, a couple of bad breaks. It happens in soccer.
It does.
And then later in the week, the boys at least battled to a 0-0 draw against Jacksonville, and the girls beat Jacksonville 7-0. Big shot there.
And it gets past the third baseman.
So Bears cooking here. Alex Davis getting on base.
One out single. That's a big break right there for the Bears. As that gives them some sort of momentum with Landon Carter coming up to the plate.
Landon Carter, have a day, young blood. 2 for 2, a walk and a hit by pitch. Scored 3 runs, had a triple his last plate appearance. If he can collect another one of those, we can call this first game over. Interesting defensive setup now that the Warriors have. You'll see that, well, I don't know, you can't really see it on the screen there, but both the corner outfielders shading a little more towards center, so both lines wide open. And you have to think if Carter gets a hold of one down either line, it's game over. Davis, no slouch on the bases.
Davis does have some speed, and I think he'd be right there. He holds up on that one.
Maybe a strike, but didn't. Something got a little wonky there. Catcher stood up. Didn't really give the umpire much of a chance to call a strike. Would have been maybe a little high, but that one borderline. Bears may have got a freebie there.
So now 3-0 hitters count. He'll probably just try to sit on this one.
I think if it's a meatball, just go ahead and hack at it. All right. 3-1, still sitting on a hitter's count here, as if you're the Warriors, you don't want to put a man in scoring position with a walk.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot.
And it gets down.
Gets down, so Carter with the base hit. Puts a man in scoring position. Everett Bird up now. 2 for 4 today, 2 singles, couple of Ks.
Gonna help his.
I hope so. A lot of grass out there to play with. Second baseman really hugging second base, as is the shortstop. Now they back off. And every swing of the bat, you might hear a collective gasp here at Mike Bromley Field. So a quick 0-2 hole here for Bird as he's battling, but that's why you get 3 of them. Puts it in play. It's through. Oh, shortstop.
He just ate it right there.
With a great play. Cade Bowman coming over. Probably just saved the game right there. I think the third baseman thought that was through. The way his momentum was carrying him out into the outfield. Didn't really have an opportunity to throw. Don't want to throw it away at the very least. And now a huge spot for Lewis Meadow.
So what I couldn't see from the reflection of the glass. Did it get past the third baseman there?
It did get past third, but
and the shortstop picked
Bowman,
it up, right?
Bowman there on the backup. So, like I said, preventing the game-winning run from coming in, because if it gets past both of them, we're going nuts in here. Well, we saw a wild pitch in the last inning not go the Bears' way. And a 2-0 count right now. And you got to think for Meadow, you're trying to be patient, but this is a hitter's count. And all you got to do is lift one up into the air, into the outfield, and you get a W. Come on, kid. Ooh, looked at one right down Broadway there.
Count goes 2-1.
Worst thing that could happen right now for the Bears is a hard hit ground ball right to one of the infielders. Oh, balls. Oh. Foul ball. Hit him in the box.
I did not think that's what they were about to call there. I was upset.
Looked like everybody was a little confused right there. So now if you're Meadow, it's sitting on 2 strikes. You've really got to protect here and just get something elevated.
That one's going to go.
Fouls it into the net.
He's going to work it full.
Ball 3.
Let's go.
So here it is. Just like in the backyard all the time. Full count, tie game. Bottom of the 9th. Well, the 7th, I guess, in this case.
You've got this booth on our feet right now.
And he goes, and he walked him. Meadow with the game-winning BB. Ball game. Bears with an epic comeback win. They win 11-10. Oh.
What an at-bat for Meadow. That was just fantastic. What a ball game. Coming down by coming back from a 9-3 deficit to come in with a 1-point victory. What a game for the Bears, and that's going to be our first one of what's going to be a doubleheader here tonight. So we're going to take a break and make sure you tune in to our next broadcast that'll be coming up here in about 15 minutes for our second game of this doubleheader here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Yeah.